Good morning, students. This particular lecture is specially for BA Part 2 and it is from second paper, the essay titled How Should One Read Book by Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf, you are very much familiar, the great feminist, and she belongs to the 20th century. Now, in this particular essay, as you can follow the title, How Should One Read a Book? Woolf formulates a policy for reading. She gives us tools which are meant for reading. Actually, there is also a question mark, a mark of interrogation. So that is quite important because so many rules have been made in literature. There are theories, Coleridge, and so many other great critics. So they give us literary rules for following the piece of literature. It may be piece of poetry, it may be piece of prose, it may be piece of fiction. So Virginia Woolf, as you know, she herself was a great, she was a voracious reader, great author, and she has written so many books, and in a way everybody is familiar with her name. Now, she says, since my childhood I have been surrounded by books, and there are so many philosophies, there are so many critical theories regarding reading books. So she says, I was always confused by these principles and by these theories. So what I believe she says to read a book, you don't need any rules. To enjoy a book, you don't need any rules. Because if we follow the rules, according to, in this essay, she says, if we are literally following the rules for a piece of literature, then contrary to the opinion, she says, contradictory to the opinion, she says, that if we follow rules, then we don't think we reach the point, we reach the point of the creativity, sublimity. That is the main thing she says. She says that we can apply our own creativity, our own personal taste, which can go for further research, for further, making literature more, applicable in the modern times with modern problems, etc., etc. So see the first point which I have written here, tools which are needed to enjoy reading. According to rules of critical judgment, there have been rules laid by Coleridge, Dryden, Johnson. Do we need to follow them? But she stands against these rules. She says we don't need rules for critical judgment. She says, contradictory to this opinion, she says, our personal, secondly we can say, our personal taste does affect our reading. She says, according to the rules, that we have to sympathize with the author. So, to some extent, we can do this, that we don't have our own judgment. We will literally, according to the rules laid by literature, we will literally follow the author. But she says that personal taste does affect our reading. We have to agree. And she gives stress on this, personal taste. Then Woolf believes that rules really destroy the freedom and pleasure of reading. According to Woolf, rules destroy the pleasure of reading. You must have seen when we are reading a book, when we are reading a book of our taste. So, author may be writing from his own viewpoint. Author may be writing what were the conditions prevalent in those times, in the history of that era. But today, we are living in a different era. The conditions are different. You know, our atmosphere is different. So, we correlate with our day-to-day living. So she says, it depends entirely on our taste. We cannot depend on the rules laid by literary rules laid by the great critics or great writers. Then further, I will just read out the few lines for you here to quote. Rules destroy the spirit of freedom, which is the breath of those sanctuaries. Now to go further, she also says, as literary rules which are laid by Johnson, you can say laid by Coleridge, so we just cannot follow those rules for literary piece, for reading. She says, we cannot wholly sympathize with writer, we cannot suppress our own feelings. Our own feelings do matter. This is what she gives pressure on. I'll just write out the point here, that our own feelings matter the most. Matter the most. See, if we are following the rules, then we have to forget about our real feelings and we have to follow with the writer. Writer who is writing a poem, writer who is writing a piece of fiction or a prose. So we cannot do that. Sometimes when everybody is having different experience, everybody may read the same story. Here 100 students are there. Everybody will read the same story, but everybody will have different experience because that experience is related to the feelings, to the taste of a particular student, from what is his upbringing, what is her upbringing. Okay, so these are the things which do matter. So she stresses on the fact that there is a great dichotomy between taste and rules which are laid by the great literary critics. So she does not follow the great literary critics. Rather, she goes against the rules. So she says we can only develop, a piece of literature itself, can innovate, can develop if a reader who does not follow the rules, rather if reader follows his or her own taste. So to quote, I will read out again the lines from the essay. So these lines are: we may stress the value of sympathy, we may try to sink our identity as we read, but we know that we cannot sympathize wholly or immerse ourselves wholly. There is always a demon. Now this point is very remarkable. There is always a demon in us who whispers, I hate, I love, and we cannot silence him. Yes, whenever we read a piece of literature, we cannot wholly follow, whether it may be written by Woolf herself, okay, it may be written by T.S. Eliot, The Waste Land, whatever are the opinions of the writer, we cannot, completely follow the author, because here dichotomy between the taste and rules and dichotomy between what the author thinks and what we think, what are his feelings, what are our feelings, so there it will always remain. So she gives more stress on following your own taste. So I have made this remark, thus with our taste to guide us, we shall venture beyond the particular book in search of qualities that group works together. Yes. So the main point here is that we can find great rather we can qualify that piece of literature and we can innovate. So this is what. So students, this is again a very long essay of 17 pages, and I have just dealt with few. In a way today I have just given you an introduction to how should one read a book. So I also give you today's homework is that you go through your own one of the books, Azadi, okay, or you can follow Lord of the Flies and first 3 chapters of Lord of the Flies. Just follow those 3 chapters. So tomorrow when you will come to the class, I shall ask that what was your experience, what are your opinions regarding those 3 chapters. So then we will correlate, we will follow the same point, the taste and the rules. So thank you for today. Tomorrow we shall continue again with how should one read a book by Virginia Woolf. Thank you, students.